Semion Yudkovich Mogilevich, born June 30, 1946, quickly rose to infamy as the mastermind behind a highly structured criminal organization. Consider it like an American Mafia family, but on a global scale, with Mogilevich planning a vast network of over 250 members, many of whom are his own relatives. Now, when we say he's the boss of all bosses among Russian Mafia syndicates worldwide, it's not an overstatement. According to both the European Union and the United States, Mogilevich wields control over a criminal empire that spans the entire globe, with a net worth reaching into the multi-billions. The FBI doesn't pull punches when describing him. They label Mogilevich as the most powerful and dangerous gangster in the world. This isn't just a matter of local influence. We're talking about a figure whose reach extends to the highest echelons of power. His connections include prominent government officials, high-ranking military figures, individuals in law enforcement, and even influential politicians. Consider Mogilevich as a puppet master pulling strings in a complex game. His role isn't limited to planning crimes. It's about having a web of influence that extends globally. The power dynamics at play here go beyond the realm of ordinary criminals, positioning him as a kingpin whose impact resonates on an international scale. Mogilevich operates not as a lone wolf, but as a central figure with ties to influential individuals across various sectors. This network of connections isn't merely for show. It's a strategic web that enables him to navigate the complexities of both criminal enterprises and high-profile associations. So, when we assert that Mogilevich is the boss of all bosses and the most potent gangster globally, it's not an exaggeration. His influence is not just confined to the criminal landscape. It's a pervasive force that intertwines with powerful figures on a global stage. The FBI's characterization of him as the most formidable and perilous figure in the underworld underscores the magnitude of his impact, leaving us to grapple with the reality of a criminal mastermind operating on an unmatched scale. The list of accusations against Semion Mogilevich is nothing short of jaw-dropping. The FBI isn't holding back, and they've pointed the finger at him for a whole range of serious crimes that sound like they're straight out of a blockbuster movie. First off, we're talking about weapons trafficking. Imagine a black market arms dealer on a global scale, and Mogilevich's name comes up. The allegation isn't just about a few guns here and there. We're talking about moving weapons across borders, operating in the shadows where law struggles to keep up. Next on the list is contract murders. Yes, you heard that right. Hitman stuff. The FBI is accusing Mogilevich of planning hits on individuals, painting a picture of a criminal mastermind who doesn't hesitate to eliminate obstacles in his path. It's the kind of plot twist you'd expect in a suspenseful crime novel. Extortion is another charge on the table. This isn't just about some neighborhood bully demanding lunch money. We're talking about Mogilevich allegedly using coercion and threats to squeeze money and favors out of individuals and businesses. It's a high-stakes game of manipulation that goes beyond what you'd see in your everyday crime drama. Now, let's dive into the drug trafficking. Mogilevich isn't just accused of selling a bit of this and that. We're talking about international drug operations. Think of vast networks moving illegal substances across borders, and Mogilevich's name comes up again. It's a narrative that's more complex and far-reaching than what you'd find in a typical crime show. And here's the kicker. International-scale prostitution. The FBI isn't shy about connecting Mogilevich to a web of illegal activities that extend to the world of human trafficking. It's a dark and sinister side of organized crime that often goes unnoticed, but carries severe consequences for those involved. Despite facing serious charges and being under the watchful eye of the FBI has been on a determined mission to apprehend him, alleging that he possesses immense power and influence on a worldwide scale. They've gone as far as putting him on their prestigious 10 Most Wanted list. It's like a game of cat and mouse on a global scale. The FBI, with all their resources and determination, has been chasing after Mogilevich, but he's slipped through their fingers time and time again. Despite the gravity of the charges against him, he's become a master of staying one step ahead, raising questions about the extent of his connections and his ability to navigate the complexities of international law. The FBI's pursuit isn't just a local affair. It spans across borders, highlighting the gravity of the allegations against Mogilevich. They're after someone they describe as having significant power and influence globally. Talking about the 10 most wanted list, it's a lineup of the most elusive and dangerous criminals. And Mogilevich has earned his spot. But here's the kicker. He's not holed up in some secret hideout. He's living freely in Moscow, right under the nose of those trying to bring him to justice. It's a scenario that adds an extra layer of intrigue to the story. How is he managing to evade capture while being in plain sight? The FBI's pursuit of Mogilevich is about capturing someone they consider a global player in the world of organized crime. The fact that he remains at large despite being on the 10 most wanted list speaks to the challenges law enforcement faces in bringing down a figure of such alleged prominence. In 2008, Mogilevich faced the law in Moscow, not for the headline crimes, but for tax evasion. He found himself behind bars, and here's where the plot thickens. He managed to secure his release on bail. Tax evasion might sound like a lesser charge compared to the laundry list of accusations against Mogilevich, but it provided a momentary hold on him. However, rather than facing the consequences, he found a way to slip out of custody. Diving into the legal entanglements is not just a straightforward case of being arrested and facing trial. The path to justice for Mogilevich has been mired in complexities, and these entanglements act like a shield, protecting him from the clutches of justice and frustrating the FBI in their pursuit. While law enforcement may want to bring Mogilevich to justice, extradition, the legal process of transferring a person from one country to another for trial, has proven to be a significant roadblock. Whether it's legal maneuvering, diplomatic complexities, or other hurdles, the extradition process has shielded him from facing trial in the jurisdictions that are eager to hold him accountable. Briefly gracing the FBI's 10 most wanted list and securing a spot among Europe's most wanted on Interpol, Semion Mogilevich remains a puzzle that law enforcement is eager to solve. His links to large-scale tax fraud and the Sonstiver gang only deepen the mystery surrounding this elusive figure. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling exploration of Semion Mogilevich's world. If you found this intriguing, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more riveting content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates. Until next time, stay curious.